When I was in high school and had a speech class, and I was threatened by my teacher that if I said horse one more time, I was going to automatically fail. Well, it was impromptu speech day, and I had to draw a question out of the hat and talk about it. And mine was, what is happiness? And I happened to describe an Arabian farm, this farm, almost to a T that I've never seen in my life, that what I was doing right now was what I told what I would be happiness. Hi, I'm Sally Rushlow, and I'm the sole owner of Rushlow Arabians Incorporated. It's a horse farm that we started back in 1973 on this property. I started the riding lesson program in '74 because I only had 7 horses to train and I wanted more work. We took in boarding and training, and then my husband had the great idea of putting up a racetrack, and we even did standard bred racing. We have a thoroughbred starting gate, so we can take on any breed of horse that needs to work. My husband started with the Arabian breed way back in the early '60s with a mare called Kasima. And she had 7 foals, and each one of those foals happened to be fillies, and they each had 7. So we started the Arabian breed from Rushlow Arabians with 1 mare, which was kind of exciting because we can go all the way back to 1802 with their pedigrees. Now we just have semen imported for breeding a couple of mares a year. I got into the Arabian horse and loved the Arabian horse from a small child. When I was in 4-H, I went and saw this Arabian perform at Liberty, a trail class. No halter or lead rope on it. It went through with just the direction of the instructor pointing to what the horse was supposed to do, and I thought, now that's one smart horse. So I've always loved the Arabian horse. They're beautiful. And when I moved here from Wisconsin, I had a half Arabian, and I needed a place to keep it, and I found Rushlow's Arabians. And my husband was into the Arabian horse because he checked out other breeds but found that they're so intelligent and so beautiful and so versatile. I gave lessons back in Wisconsin and everything, and when I moved here, I was just hired as a trainer and a showman. And I didn't have enough work to keep me busy, so I asked if I could start giving lessons, and he said, sure. He says, make a sign and we'll put it out on the corner of the road. So that's what I did. We put a sign out on the corner of Middle Belt and Brito, and the lesson program was booming, and I couldn't keep up with it because it was just during the daylight hours, didn't have an indoor arena. So my husband said, raise the price and you'll lose some students so we can keep it going. And so I did, and nobody quit. Kept raising it, nobody quit. Got more horses, nobody quit. Then started training some young girls to help me give lessons. And to this day, they are running horse farms all over the United States, even down in South America. We have 30 acres. We started out with 10 stalls in the, it's called the school barn right now, and a foaling barn, which is now the gazebo, and another little small barn, which has been destroyed. And then when the lessons increased, I needed an indoor arena, so we built what's called the main barn, which now holds 52 horses, but I used it as an indoor arena. Then I needed more stalls, so we started building stalls in there, and I said I need another indoor arena, so we built another one. It's 80 by 224. So that's how this all got started. You can be from 6 to 96 to come to camp. You're here from 9 until 4, and then on Saturday we put on the horse show. But what we try to put through these children and even adults is our passion for the horse. The love for the horse, to take care of it, to ride it better. And a lot of our campers have been national champions, starting just from coming to camp and never even knowing how to ride. We started competing with the horses. The one mare that he had, Kasima, her foal won its Legion of Merit. It was the 306th horse in history to win it, so it was pretty amazing at that time. And my husband and I got married back in '79, and then we had a daughter, Margie, and she started competing when she was 18 months old, riding side saddle in a lead line class. Then we had Lewis 3 years later, and he is still in the horse business. He works down in Florida with the race horses, and we'll be going to Dubai with one of the race horses in a couple of weeks. So my whole family is all into horses. My daughter married Chad Roberts, who is an awesome instructor. He was going to college to be a teacher, and he didn't know anything about horses when she met him, and we gave him a crash course. He's great at hockey and a great sportsman. He caught on really quick. He loves animals and he loves people, and he's been a great asset to our farm.
My name is Chad Roberts, and I am one of the head trainers here at Rushlow Arabians, and I train horses and give riding lessons. Just running as a family business, I had to either get a normal job or I was going to be a horse trainer, and I'm out here by 9 o'clock. Riding my first horse by 9:15. I do a walkthrough during that time to make sure that all the horses are, well, if any of them are laying down or acting funny or sick, make sure everybody has eaten. Then I start riding. Usually by noon I take my lunch break just like everybody else does, and I continue riding till 3 or 4, and then usually on a normal day my lessons come in after usually the kids get home from school and parents get off of work. So that's what usually happens in a normal day here at Rushlow's. There's several different horses, the breeding and everything like that, as far as a quarter horse or thoroughbred or Arabs and saddlebreds. Going to look at horses to check talent out, it's just like high school kids coming out of high school and they're getting recruited to play football or basketball or baseball. Number one, they have to have talent. Number two, they have to also be able to do their job. So they have to be physically and mentally be prepared to do the job, whether they're doing different disciplines at any given time. You want to make sure that the horse always has a great brain, because without a brain, their talent is only going to take them so far. They have to be able to be capable of doing the job that they're going to be asked to do. I think it's fun just taking normal people that live around in the city, whether they live in Allen Park, Dearborn, Woodhaven, in this surrounding suburb of Detroit, and taking them that they've never ridden horses before, and taking them and making them national champions, taking them to a local show around here. As they get winning, we go to national shows, whether it be Albuquerque or Tulsa or Oklahoma City, and turning riders that have never touched horses, never even ridden before, and taking them and making them national champions. That is what drives me. As we give riding lessons during the week, I kind of look at some of the students that are able to ride and trying to take them and making them into national champions. That's what I find is the most exciting part of my job, and taking horses that are 2 or 3 years old, breaking them and getting them ready on a national level and taking them to nationals and winning. That's what drives me, and that's the great story behind it all, is making every single horse a story. And that's what I find that is an exciting story for me, just for everybody.